I am once again
white knighting foreign girl on YouTube.
Tara Yummy is a woman who is sometimes on a podcast. That is about the extent of my knowledge of this person, besides just seeing her face being shoved down my throat every day on TikTok. TikTok has decided that I can't get enough of Tara Yummy. I don't know. I feel like all I ever really see is her and some other 20-somethings yapping about some shitty-sounding relationship advice. But I don't really have any strong feelings one way or another about this person. What is interesting to me is this video that has jumped up to 500,000 views in 1 month from a relatively small channel in the grand scheme of things, titled Tara Yucky, The Pick Me Mindset. Now, I have a little bit of a hot take about the term pick me girl. The term pick me girl is sometimes, albeit not always, just thinly veiled sexism.
yes.
The implication of the term is that a woman is saying what she's saying for validation and attention from men. All women are supposed to believe what I believe about a given topic. All women are supposed to think the way I think. Therefore, if you diverge from my opinion on anything, you are a slut. It is effectively equivalent to calling a girl a whore, just a little more underhanded. Again, I think it's a case-by-case basis thing. I've been seeing people throwing pick-me accusations left and right these days. Now, is that what the creator of this video is doing? I don't know yet. I haven't gotten all the way through it. Let's take a look.
Yeah, so I feel like a video for Tara Yucky is pretty overdue. I made a post in a Reddit snark page for Tara Yucky, and that is why I am making this video. I will say a lot of negative things in this video, but at the end of the day, I really could not care less about this character. And before you Tara Yorkie superfans start commenting, I don't really care about this person. I don't follow her. I just like to see the criticisms of influencers that are famous for virtually no reason.
Okay. Okay, I want to emphasize, I truly do believe I am an unbiased third party here. I don't have really a stake in this game either. However, I will say, you saying that you don't really think about this person, you don't really care about this person, it doesn't matter that much to you, but making a 22-minute expose and insisting upon referring to her by this sort of Trumpian-style insult of Tara Yucky, I don't know, seems like you care a little bit.
I suggest you buckle up and actually pay attention, because you might learn the lesson of putting people on a pedestal who don't really deserve to be on there. So the premise of Tara Yucky is all she really does is parade herself in cheap Y2K outfits and make really lame and unfunny jokes that are just complete cringe.
Black box dyeing my hair again. Bored with my brown ass hair again. Fuck. Not my brown ass hair. My brown ass hair.
And not only that, but she also does treat her female friends very oddly compared to how she treats her male friends. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. It doesn't take a genius to find out that Tara Yucky is a character who sort of just panders to a short attention span in the male gaze. I mean, according to research, Tara is a 23-year-old woman who should be having her frontal lobe developing at this stage in time. Yet, it's often seen in many clips she portrays herself as a child.
Daddy, I want uppies. Can you carry me at dinner? Uppies, 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 uppies!
This is actually not hard.
If you're gonna teach impressionable women to behave like a child in public, or at all at the age of 23, then that's problematic for a myriad of reasons in itself. Her whole persona is that she portrays herself as some kind of LA party girl, yet she can never handle her own liquor and ends up being someone else's problem the entire night.
So an LA party girl is what you're saying. I think there is something to be said for kind of the Ariana Grande-esque, like, ooh, I'm just a little girl, but also sexy. Maybe that's a character flaw, maybe it isn't, but it's also just, like, very common to, like, 22, 23-year-old behavior. So I don't really see how this, like, deserves its own expose.
I'm drunk in New York. This was a martini. Was. Oh. Was. Hey, Alyssa.
Yeah.
I'm drunk in New York.
Yeah. You're all
Hey. I'm drunk in New York. I finished my food. Coffee. Coffee in New York. That's how New Yorkers say it, right?
coffee. Here. Gotta go to get coffee on the corner.
Coffee.
Bagels.
I think this is my first cannoli ever.
Thank you.
That's gonna get clipped.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, good. Right? I have a hair in my mouth.
So, yeah, in this TikTok, she's just being super annoying.
How dare a 23-year-old girl get drunk and act annoying? I've never seen such a thing. That went on for so long, and I was sitting there like, wait, what's the smoking gun here? I mean, okay. Why is this in a YouTube video? Oh my gosh. I wish this was like a Sunny V2 style expose.
On the 25th of November, 2023, Tara Yummy was being drunk in New York, and it was very annoying.
Another one of the reasons why people call Teriyaki pick me is specifically the way she behaves around her female friends versus her male friends. A lot of people know that Teriyaki usually ignores or is very reserved when it comes to other women, and will even go as far as to have an attitude if they're in the room. For example, in some of these clips, she's kind of being a bitch to her friend for what seems like no reason. I mean, this girl literally doesn't pose a threat to anyone on the podcast.
So I would like to clarify.
That can't manifest
Everyone
itself
thinks
in a bad
I'm in a
mood.
bad mood all the time. I'm just depressed.
No, but that can manifest itself in a bad mood. You get that?
I get that, but it's not me being in
What
bad
gets you out of your depression?
I don't know.
Excuse me? I would just like to say. Like, exactly a week from tomorrow, I'm having a huge fucking party.
Yeah.
And
I'm busy.
I like how
sorry, I was just thinking about it.
She goes, I'm so depressed, and she says she's having a
And
party.
Okay. One, that was pretty clearly a bit to me. Was that not a bit? Two, you just called the other chick ugly. You just...
I mean, this girl literally doesn't pose a threat to anyone on the podcast.
Why was that necessary? Why was that necessary for you to include that insight that you don't think this girl is as pretty as Tara?
It's pretty clear that Tara values her male friends more, often ignoring or being reserved around other women, which earns her the pick-me label. As I mentioned before, I really feel like Teriyaki is designed for someone who has a very short attention span. I mean, it's clear that she's not really on the podcast for any sort of intellectual value, other than maybe a visual aesthetic or someone that they can slut-shame half the time.
I feel like I'm losing my mind here. Because this woman just said, the only reason Tara is on this podcast is to be eye candy. Is she not just reducing her to her looks right now?
So another reason why people call her a pick-me is apparently she likes being slut-shamed. And look, I'm not one to kink-shame anyone or anything, but this is just kind of weird, and it's setting women back hundreds of years.
Do we play the game?
You know the game, Tana?
Oh, I'm excited. What's the game?
3, 2, 1. Where did Tara wake up this morning?
That's a game we play every week on Dropouts.
Okay, basically, that's a segment that they have weekly on their show where they just kind of ask her where she woke up that morning. And they've done this so many times that they decided to make a song about it that everyone just kind of laughs off.
But where'd you wake up this morning? Whose bed? You're a mystery girl living on the edge.
You like it? Good.
Just like to play. But I can't help wondering where you'll end up next. Are you looking for love or just some late night sex?
What did you do last night?
I hung out with a friend.
Okay, cool. Girlfriend, guy friend?
Guy friend.
Guy friend. You guys were what? Just playing video? What do you guys?
I watched a movie.
Oh, nice. What movie was it?
War Dogs.
If you can't remember the movie.
And what happens at the end of War Dogs?
Something about guns.
Yep.
This is like some mega tier cringe. I will give her that.
Oh, the girl, oh, she had sex.
I'm going to use a phrase that journalists love to use if they get to write for pretentious magazines. This, to me, is just garden variety debauchery. I don't really like this type of discourse, just kind of casual promiscuity, laughing about it. I'm super not into it myself. I feel like I see Twitch clips from some of the biggest people on that platform going around, and it looks pretty much like this, and that's just like a daily occurrence for that crew. This is not the kind of environment that I like being in, but How is this any different from kind of like general media society right now? Okay, editor Liam here. The next part of this expose, she goes on a bit of a detour about this guy Zach, who is a co-host on the podcast, and all of the edgy jokes that he has made throughout the years. I don't think I'm skipping over anything major here. You're welcome to check out her original video in my description.
What childish thing do you still enjoy?
Children. She knows her limits. Little did we know.
She is a grown woman.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, she stopped a little early growing, but she is a woman. So
Of
she's halfway there.
Age.
Yeah. You are a pedophile's dream.
What?
Because like you're like small and dainty, so it's like you're kind of like a kid. I'm just saying you could like help people. They should put you in prisons with like the pedophiles to like help them get past all that. I don't know. I'm just trying to help the community, I think. Anyway, sorry for her dying.
So those clips I just showed are pretty brutal to watch as well. I genuinely don't understand how someone can find something like this funny or entertaining. Also, to be consciously associated with people who do make these jokes is just weird, and it ties back to her audience and who she's posting these videos for. It's almost putting a message out there that it's okay to laugh at jokes like this or even pander to jokes like that because Tarayuki says it's okay to. Also, in her Coachella clip, she's kind of seen ignoring some of her female friends.
We need to do like a car video with you. We need to do a car video. Oh my god!
Basically, she's talking to Tana Mongoose and this pink-haired chick, and Teriyaki just kind of ignores the pink-haired chick trying to talk to them.
She ignored the pink-haired chick. Damn it! Okay, this video is really pissing me off now. You could make probably a convincing argument that like there are maybe some concerning things here, or at least make an argument that what they are glamorizing is potentially damaging to culture. But when you just have just a fucking Jackson Pollock painting of shit you're throwing at the wall, when in between those points you're just being like, and here's a video of some of them chatting and they're talking over each other. Come on, what are we doing here?
One thing this girl won't stop talking about is her height. Tarayuki is like 3'2" or something, and she makes it her entire personality and how tiny she is and how she's fun size and whatever. And I normally wouldn't have a problem with this.
So basically this bitch is really short, and I normally wouldn't have a problem with that. You know, I'm a very understanding person. Wait, no, okay, I didn't get to her full point. Let me, let's hear this out.
And I normally wouldn't have a problem with this. It's just bad that she ties us into the whole sexualizing aspect as well. I also don't want to harp on her height too much, just because it's in every single video that she posts. She just happens to make a comment about this, so you can go see it for yourself. But there's this one joke or comment she made. I don't know if it was supposed to be funny. She and Jake, which is her ex-boyfriend, they were shopping or something, and she was trying to make a good point about how tiny she was, and it just kind of backfired.
Oh my god, the other day I came in here and I bought this in like 3 colors. I should have just waited for this video.
It looks like something a Polly Pocket would wear.
I'm the size of one. This is the first time I can't find anything out of Raptors.
Okay. What? Dude, really?
I'm freaking out.
Yeah, I can't lie. It was a bit satisfying watching nobody laugh at her joke. Okay, so I can't lie. I'm kind of a bitch for including that last clip. I just thought it was really funny that she was like so upset about not finding anything at Urban Outfitters that day.
I don't know what the criticism is here.
Like, to think that she's freaking out because she couldn't find anything to buy that day is just so tone deaf and like out of touch with reality. I totally get the vibe that Teriyuki wants to come across as like this very, materialistic, like Y2K pop star, similar to like Paris Hilton or something. But in reality, it just comes as completely tone deaf. I mean, in these few, seconds, she starts tearing up because she couldn't find anything to buy that day. Meanwhile, there are people that are dying, not to quote Kourtney Kardashian, but it's just truly remarkable when you see, an influencer be this out of touch with reality. This is what people look up to, and this is what people follow. I can't. Dude, if I started freaking out in an Urban Outfitters, I would be on, World Star or something, okay?
What the fuck are you talking about? What? She literally pulled there are starving kids in Africa argument. Hey, Listen, lady, that's a forbidden move here. I was 7 years old with a mom once. I know that that's the trump card. There's no response you can give to that. The debate society has banned that from all political and social discourse because it's just too powerful.
I started freaking out in an Urban Outfitters. I would be on like World Star or something, okay? They would be like, oh my god, like crazy random woman like started freaking out because she couldn't buy anything at Urban Outfitters that day.
But nobody freaked out. She just like made a face because she didn't find the clothes she wanted. Okay. All right. At the end of this video, there's just like several minutes of just various clips that she just like added with no context. And I guess the idea is like these are some low lights moments that if you really take a look at them, she just looks like a bad person. But one of them is literally just she like slips and hurts her wrist. And that's the whole clip. And it really makes it feel like I don't know why, but this person just seems to like have some deep-seated vendetta against this person. In conclusion, I don't know, this Tara figure kind of seems just like a real standard pretty LA type girl who like maybe is a little bit obnoxious because positive reinforcement comes so easily to her, but you know, what's new in the world? She makes edgy jokes and promotes promiscuity, also not new. This was a waste of time.
So I reached half of my script and we're about 19 minutes in, 20 minutes probably when I'm done editing this. And I just think it might be a better option for me to split this up into 2 parts.
Oh,